Chosen one. Pause here and hear the weight of these words. You are not here by accident. You are not scrolling by coincidence. Heaven has pressed pause on everything around you so that this message would reach your ears at this exact moment. You are marked. You are seen. You are chosen. The world may have overlooked you. People may have misunderstood you, rejected you, even laughed at you. They thought you were ordinary. But you have never been ordinary. You have always carried something different, something radiant, something that set you apart. That difference was not a mistake. It was a divine signature placed on your life before you were born. You may have wondered why life has been so heavy, why the battles have felt relentless, why the road has not been easy. But it is precisely because you are chosen. Darkness fights the hardest against those who carry the brightest light. And you, chosen one, carry a light that cannot be extinguished. Listen carefully. What you are experiencing right now is not just another passing moment. This is a summons from heaven. You are being awakened to the reality of who you are. You are stepping into a season where your destiny can no longer be delayed. The heavens are calling your name. As the apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Chosen one, pay attention. This is a divine interruption. Every delay you have experienced, every locked door you faced, every wilderness you walked through was setting you up for this awakening. Heaven is declaring that it is time. Your destiny cannot stay buried any longer. Your calling cannot be silenced anymore. Do not despise the battles you have faced, for they trained you for endurance. Do not regret the tears you have cried, for they watered the ground where your breakthrough will bloom. Do not curse the nights you walked alone, for they taught you how to hear God's whisper in the dark. Everything you went through was preparing you for this hour. Listen, chosen one, you are not weak. You are not defeated. You are not a mistake. You are chosen for such a time as this. Your very existence carries divine purpose. Your survival is proof that heaven has invested too much in you to let you die in obscurity. You were preserved, protected, and positioned. For now, heaven has an urgent word. Stop underestimating yourself. Stop shrinking back. Stop hiding what God has placed in you. The world is waiting for your obedience. Nations are waiting for your voice. Generations are waiting for your courage. You are not just living, you are carrying destiny inside of you. This is why the enemy fought you so hard. He was terrified of what would happen if you ever realized who you really are. But now you know. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are unstoppable when you align with God. Chosen one. This is not the hour to hesitate. This is not the season to procrastinate. Heaven is sounding the alarm. You are being called higher, deeper, further. There is a crown reserved for you, but it requires your surrender. There is authority waiting for you, but it requires your yes. Do not think this is coincidence. This moment is divine intervention. Your destiny has been activated. The fire in your spirit is being stirred. The chains you thought would bind you forever are breaking. You are being awakened into the fullness of who God created you to be. I speak directly to your soul. Rise. Rise from discouragement. Rise from shame. Rise from fear. Rise into the strength, the glory, and the calling prepared for you. The heavens are declaring over your life, you will soar. Now hear me. Chosen one, this word must not stay hidden. Someone else needs to hear what you just heard. Someone else is on the edge of giving up, waiting for a voice of hope. You are that bridge. You are that light. Do not keep it to yourself. Take this moment, share, and subscribe so that the flow of this anointing continues to reach not only you, but others who desperately need this word. Be the messenger who passes on the fire. And when you comment below, type this number, 777, a prophetic act declaring that you align with heaven's perfect plan over your life. Your awakening begins now. Chosen one, listen closely. From the very beginning, God placed a mark upon your life, a signature that cannot be erased, a seal that cannot be broken, a sign that cannot be hidden. You have carried it since your first breath. Though many times you have not understood it, the world may have mistaken it for strangeness. Others may have called you different, odd, or misunderstood. Yet that difference was never a flaw. It was the evidence that you are chosen. Think back to your childhood. Even then, you knew you did not quite fit the mold. You carried questions others never thought to ask. You sensed things others could not feel. While some sought comfort in conformity, your spirit longed for something greater. That longing was the whisper of heaven within you. Your mark is not something external that can be seen with natural eyes. It is spiritual, invisible, eternal. It is the quiet strength that has carried you when others broke down. It is the deep compassion that has made you weep over the pain of others. It is the relentless fire that refuses to be put out, even when life has tried to smother it. And though you may have doubted yourself, heaven never doubted you. You have always been set apart. The resistance you faced, the rejection you endured, the loneliness that often wrapped itself around your heart, these were not random trials. They were confirmations of your mark. You are not like the rest. You cannot blend in. Even when you try, you shine without realizing it. And that light disturbs darkness. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms. Psalms chapter 139, verse 14. I praise you, because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that, yes, sometimes that mark feels like a burden. Sometimes it isolates you. Sometimes it draws unwanted attention. But remember this, what feels heavy is actually holy. That sense of being different is not rejection. It is redirection. God was steering you away from paths that would destroy you. He was keeping you reserved for His purposes. Chosen one, do not despise your uniqueness. Do not curse the mark. Others may mock it, but heaven honors it. You are carrying evidence that you belong to God. That is why the enemy tried so hard to make you doubt yourself. He wanted you to believe you were broken. But you are not broken. You are marked. Think of the times you should not have survived, yet you did. Think of the traps that were set for you, but somehow failed. Think of the nights you wanted to give up, but woke up with new strength anyway. That was not chance. That was the mark preserving you. Heaven has invested too much in you to let your life be wasted. Even now, as you hear these words, your spirit is stirring. You know it is true. You can feel the echo deep within, reminding you of moments in your life when God's presence was undeniable. He has always been with you. You have always been His. Chosen one, Understand this truth. The mark you carry is not just for survival. It is for assignment. You are not chosen simply to endure. You are chosen to shine, to lead, to influence, to carry light into places that have known only darkness. Your very presence is a disruption to evil. Your very existence is a testimony of God's glory. So stand tall. Do not hide what makes you different. Do not try to erase the very evidence that proves you are His. The world needs the kind of fire you carry. The people around you need the kind of compassion you embody. Your generation needs the kind of courage that has been planted in you since before you were born. Yes, there will be moments when the mark feels costly. Yes, there will be times when you wonder why the road is lonelier for you than for others. But never forget, the crown cannot come without the mark. The authority cannot come without the setting apart. The destiny cannot come without the difference. Beloved, you are not just another person on this earth. You are chosen. You are marked. You are sealed by the hand of heaven. No one can erase it. No one can undo it. No one can replace you in the role God has assigned you. Walk with courage, for the mark on your life is the proof of heaven's claim over you. It is the evidence that you were born for more than survival. You were born for divine purpose. You were born to shift atmospheres. You were born to shine. Chosen one. There is something God wants you to know about the nights when silence has been your only companion. The world did not see you cry. Friends did not hear the words you could not speak. Even your closest ones did not understand the heaviness that settled over your soul. But heaven saw. Every tear that slipped down your cheek in the stillness of the night was not wasted. Every sigh, every prayer you whispered without words, every moment you felt unseen, God recorded it all. This is why you must hear me carefully. Your silence has not been overlooked. Your pain has not been dismissed. Those hidden battles were not pointless. They were shaping you, softening your heart, and drawing you closer to the one who knows you fully. The weight of silence is often the loudest stage of preparation. When nothing seems to move, when prayers feel unanswered, when the waiting stretches longer than you thought you could endure, that is when God is building in you the strength of endurance. You did not collapse under that weight because you were not alone. The presence of God was closer to you in those silent nights than you realized. Scripture says in the Gospel of John, chapter 14, verse 27, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." Do you feel the power of these words? Chosen one, in the silence where fear tried to consume you, God was leaving His peace. Not a temporary relief, not a fragile comfort, but a peace that passes understanding. The silence was not a punishment. It was the backdrop where His peace could be revealed. The truth is, if people had been able to fill the silence for you, you might have missed God's whisper. If answers had come quickly, you may not have learned how to lean on Him completely. But in the weight of silence, your spirit learned to recognize His presence. In the emptiness, you discovered a deeper fullness. Do not despise those nights. Chosen one, do not resent the seasons where the world seemed to turn its back and you felt completely alone. That loneliness was the very place where heaven wrapped you in unseen arms. That silence was the canvas where God was painting strength into your soul. Understand this. The silence you carried is the very thing that qualifies you to bring comfort to others. You know how it feels to be unseen. So now you will see others in their pain. You know how it feels to be misunderstood. So now you will carry words of understanding for the broken. You know how it feels to walk through shadows. So now your testimony becomes a torch to those still wandering in darkness. Beloved, the silence you endured is becoming someone else's lifeline. The tears you shed in secret are becoming rivers of healing for others. Your hidden prayers are becoming the foundation of visible breakthroughs. You are being raised up not just to survive, but to stand as a living testimony that God sees, God knows, and God answers. You may ask, why me? God, why did I have to carry this weight? And heaven responds, because I trusted you, because I placed in you the capacity to endure, because through your survival, others will find hope. Oh, chosen one, your silence is being broken, even now. Heaven is speaking, and your voice is about to carry authority. No longer will you walk feeling overlooked. No longer will you be silenced by fear. The peace of God is resting on you, and the strength of God is rising in you. Now, I invite you to take a step of faith. Break the silence right here, right now. Leave a simple declaration in the comments. I am seen. Why these words? Because when you type them, you are declaring to yourself, to the world, and to the forces of darkness that you are no longer invisible. You are no longer bound by silence. You are affirming the truth that heaven has seen you all along. Your voice matters. Your story matters. Your life matters. This act is not just typing, it is a prophetic release. Each letter is an echo of heaven's voice, saying, you are chosen. You are precious. You are mine. So take courage. Chosen one. The silence that once felt like a prison is becoming a platform. The pain that once felt unbearable is becoming oil for your anointing. The tears that once blurred your vision are clearing your sight to see what God has prepared for you. You are stepping out of the shadows. You are stepping into light. You are breaking free from the weight of silence and carrying a voice that cannot be silenced again. This is your moment. This is your awakening. And heaven is smiling because you are rising. Chosen one. You have often wondered why your destiny seemed delayed. You prayed. You waited. You fasted. And yet the doors did not open when you expected them to. You watched others run ahead while you remained behind. You questioned whether you had missed something, whether you had failed God, whether somehow your calling was slipping through your hands. But listen carefully. The delay was never denial. The waiting was never wasted. What you thought was a pause was actually preparation. God does not measure time as humans do. To us, a delay feels like punishment. To Him, it is alignment. He holds your future in His hands, and He knows the exact moment when the doors should open, when the connections should come, when the opportunities should be released. He will not allow you to walk into something too soon, because entering before the appointed time can destroy what He designed to bless. Beloved, think of Joseph. He was given dreams of greatness, yet he found himself thrown into a pit, sold as a slave, falsely accused, and locked in a prison. To human eyes, his destiny was delayed, but in heaven's perspective, every step was preparation. The pit taught him humility. The slavery taught him stewardship. The prison taught him patience. And when the palace door opened, He was ready to carry the weight of authority. Chosen one. Your delays are not evidence of rejection, they are the signs of protection. God was hiding you until the right moment. He was building strength inside of you while no one was watching. He was pruning you, purifying you, refining you, so that when your time comes, you will not crumble under the weight of your calling. The ancient words recorded in Romans still echo today. Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Do you feel the depth of this truth? All things, not some things, not the easy things. Not only the victories, but all things are working together. The tears, the failures, the heartbreaks, the betrayals, the lonely nights, the waiting seasons, all are threads in the tapestry of your destiny. To the natural eye, they seem scattered and disconnected, but from heaven's view, they weave a masterpiece. This is why your destiny felt delayed. God was not simply moving pieces around you, he was moving pieces within you. He was shaping your character, teaching your spirit, and stretching your endurance. He was preparing you to carry more than you imagined. If the breakthrough had come too soon, you would not have been ready to handle it. But because you waited, you will not only receive the promise, you will keep it. Consider the seed that is planted in the soil. For a long time, it seems buried, hidden, forgotten. But beneath the surface, roots are forming. The hidden growth is what gives the seed the strength to push upward into the light. Without the season underground, the seed could never survive above ground. In the same way, your hidden years were not wasted. They were rooting you deeply in God. Chosen one. The delay is lifting. The season of waiting is not forever. The moment heaven has appointed for you is approaching. The doors that refused to open before will open now with ease. The people who overlooked you will be unable to ignore you. The opportunities you thought had passed you by will circle back with divine timing. What was withheld from you was never lost. It was preserved until the right moment. But hear this, when the doors open, you must walk with humility. Do not forget the lessons of the waiting room. Do not despise the years that felt hidden, for they gave you strength. When the palace opens, remember the pit. When the platform comes, remember the prison. When the crown is placed on your head, remember the tears you cried in silence. These memories will keep your heart anchored in gratitude. Chosen one. You are stepping into a season where delay gives way to divine acceleration. What once felt like years of waiting will now feel like sudden fulfillment. Promises that seemed forgotten will come alive. Prayers that felt unanswered will unfold before your eyes. What took others decades will happen for you in moments. Because heaven is redeeming the time, do not fear that you have missed your chance. What belongs to you cannot be stolen. What God has ordained cannot be undone. What he set aside for you will not be given to another. Your destiny has not been denied. It has been secured. So, lift your head. Shake off the discouragement of delay. Let hope rise again in your spirit. Heaven has been working while you were waiting. The doors are about to open. The season of preparation is complete. You are ready. And when the fulfillment comes, you will look back and realize the delay was never wasted. It was the very hand of God, aligning everything for your good. Chosen one. Do you know what happens when light enters a dark room? Without effort, without noise, Without asking permission, the darkness retreats. It has no choice but to move aside. That is the kind of presence you carry. You are not always aware of it, but your very being disturbs darkness. When you walk into a space, the atmosphere shifts. When you open your mouth to speak, chains begin to loosen. When you simply remain faithful, people around you are stirred, even if they cannot explain why. This is not arrogance, it is assignment. You are not chosen because you are better. You are chosen because you carry light. And light always reveals, always exposes, always transforms. Darkness cannot resist it. Think of a lighthouse standing tall against the crashing waves. Ships lost in stormy waters may never see the land, but the light cutting through the fog becomes their guide. That is what you are, a living lighthouse. The storms around you do not destroy your light. They only make it shine brighter for those who are struggling to find their way. Do not underestimate the quiet power of your presence, even when you feel weak, even when you doubt yourself. The light within you is still burning. The darkness around you has tried many times to silence it, but every attempt has failed. The fact that you are still here is proof that your light cannot be extinguished. As the prophet wrote in the scroll of Habakkuk, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3, "For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay." You might ask, but why me? Lord, why does it feel like the fight is heavier on me than on others? And heaven answers, because the light in you is greater. Because your calling disrupts more than you know. Because nations, families, and destinies are connected to your obedience. And, chosen one, the world is growing darker. Fear multiplies. Confusion spreads. Hearts grow cold. Yet, in the midst of it all, you are called to shine. Do not hide your light under shame. Do not dim your light to make others comfortable. Do not cover what God has entrusted you with. You are the living proof that heaven's fire cannot be quenched. Picture this, a single candle in a vast cave. At first, it seems small, fragile, almost insignificant. But even the smallest flame pushes back the suffocating blackness. Now imagine hundreds, thousands of candles ignited by that one flame. The darkness does not stand a chance. You are that first flame, chosen to ignite others. And here is where I ask you, with sincerity and from my heart, if this light within you has been stirred by these words, do not keep it hidden. Share this message, not because numbers matter, but because souls matter. Someone is stumbling in the dark, waiting for a spark. By simply sharing, liking, or subscribing, you are extending the beam of this lighthouse farther, so that more can find their way. Think of it like planting seeds. A seed in your hand may seem small, almost useless, but when you place it in the soil, it carries the power to multiply into a tree that bears fruit for generations. Each like, each share, each subscription is a seed sown into the soil of someone else's life. You may never meet them, but heaven says, and heaven counts the fruit that comes from your obedience. This is not just about algorithms or platforms. This is about alignment. Every act of spreading this word is a ripple in eternity. Imagine throwing a stone into a still pond. The ripples travel far beyond the point of impact. In the same way, your small action today can touch lives you will never see, in places you will never go, among people you may never meet. Chosen one, you are not just a listener, you are a carrier of light. Do not underestimate how far your obedience can travel. Just as a candle flame can leap from wick to wick, your faithfulness can ignite hearts across the world. The world needs this light. Your family needs it. Your generation needs it. Do not let it remain locked inside of you. Let it shine. Let it reach. Let it multiply. So stand strong. Lighthouse of God, shine boldly. Flame of heaven, do not shrink back. Darkness cannot overcome you, for you carry the fire of the Eternal One. And every time you choose to shine, whether by your words, your actions, or even your simple obedience, you prove again that light always wins. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. You were not chosen to hide. You were chosen to shine. And now the world will see your light, because heaven has declared, this is your appointed time. Chosen one. There are mysteries that heaven reveals, not only through visions and words, but also through numbers. Numbers, in Scripture, are not random. They are markers of alignment, patterns of divine order, signs that speak louder than coincidence. Every time you see them, every time you declare them, you are stepping into agreement with heaven's rhythm. Have you noticed certain numbers repeating in your life? Have you glimpsed patterns that felt more than chance? Those numbers are not accidents, they are reminders. They are invitations from heaven to pay attention. Think of how the number 7 signifies completion and perfection, or how the number 12 represents authority and governance. These numbers were not just chosen by men, they were stamped into creation by God Himself. Every day of creation, every tribe of Israel, every disciple called by Jesus carried a number with prophetic weight. The number I bring to you now carries the weight of restoration and new beginnings. It is the number 8. In the language of heaven, 8 is not simply one more than 7. It is a door. 7 marks the end of a cycle, but 8 announces the start of something entirely new. When you declare this number, you are declaring that the old has passed away and the new has come. The voice of God thundered in the book of Exodus. Exodus chapter 14, verse 14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Do you hear the strength in this? While you have struggled, while you have wrestled, while you have exhausted yourself trying to force open doors that refuse to move, heaven was whispering, be still, because in your stillness, God is moving. In your surrender, He is fighting. And when He fights, He wins. This is the meaning of 8. It is not the struggle of man, but the victory of God. It is not the weight of what was, but the fresh wind of what is to come. When Noah stepped out of the ark, it was on the first day of a new cycle, the 8th day. Humanity had been reset. Creation had been renewed. The number 8 spoke of restoration after devastation. Chosen one. This is where you are. You have walked through cycles that seemed endless. You have endured seasons that felt unbearable. But now heaven says, the cycle is complete. The waiting is over. The door of 8 is open before you. Step into the new. Do not fear leaving behind what has been, the habits, the chains. The shadows that clung to you in the old season cannot enter the new one. The people who misunderstood you, the weight of past failures, the memories of shame, these are locked in yesterday. The number 8 is your key to today's freedom. It is more than just a number. It is a prophetic act. When you type it, you are not typing digits on a screen. You are breaking agreement with the past and stepping into alignment with the new. You are declaring to heaven, to yourself, and to the world, I will not stay stuck in yesterday. I embrace the new God has prepared for me, chosen one. I want you to comment this now, 888. And as you type it, remember this, you are not just pressing keys. You are opening doors. You are not just repeating a number. You are aligning with eternity. The 3 8s echo like a trumpet blast, new beginnings multiplied, restoration overflowing, the power of God fighting for you in ways you cannot yet see. This is your prophetic act of faith. This is your agreement with heaven. When you release it, you are letting go of the weight of delay and grabbing hold of the promise of acceleration. Beloved, I know you have waited long. I know you have felt weary, but heaven has not forgotten you. God has not abandoned you. Your stillness was not wasted. It was your training ground. And now, He steps forward to fight on your behalf. The walls that refuse to move are trembling. The doors that stayed shut are swinging wide. The chains that held you are breaking. Do not doubt this moment. You are not here by chance. You are not hearing these words by coincidence. This is your sign that the number 8 belongs to you. You are stepping into new beginnings. So take a breath. Release the fear. Let go of the past. And boldly declare the number 8 into your future. Because when you do, you are not just agreeing with me, you are agreeing with heaven itself. Chosen one. Your season of stillness has ended. The fight is no longer yours. The victory is already being written. And the number 8 is your reminder that what was broken is being restored. What was delayed is being accelerated. And what was lost is being redeemed. This is your moment. Do not miss it. Chosen one. I must speak to you with solemn weight, because this is not a light matter. You are walking on holy ground with every decision you make. Your life is not ordinary. Your choices carry eternal consequence. There are moments when heaven leans in and watches closely, and this is one of those moments. You see, rebellion does not always appear dramatic. It is not always loud defiance or open rejection of God. Sometimes rebellion looks quiet. It looks like delay. It looks like tomorrow. God. It looks like knowing what you should do, yet hesitating. It looks like clinging to habits you know should have been left behind, but convincing yourself that there is still more time. Yet, here is the truth. Time is a gift, not a guarantee. Mercy is an open door. But even open doors close when ignored long enough. Heaven warns you today not to mistake patience for permission. God is merciful, but His mercy is not to be treated casually. There comes a point when delayed obedience becomes disobedience, and disobedience becomes rebellion, as was spoken in the sacred texts of old. Hebrews chapter 3, verse 15. Today, if you hear His voice, do not harden your hearts as you did in the rebellion. Chosen one. You are closer to breakthrough than you realize. But breakthrough requires obedience. You cannot walk into the fullness of what God has for you with divided loyalty. You cannot cling to old chains while reaching for a crown. You cannot walk one foot in light and one in shadow, expecting peace to remain. This is why the warning comes now. Heaven is saying, do not do it. Do not delay. Do not ignore my whisper. Every act of surrender pulls you closer to clarity. Every act of hesitation pushes you nearer to blindness. You are one step away from either breakthrough or breakdown, depending on your obedience. Think of Israel in the wilderness. They saw miracles that shook the earth, waters parted, manna falling from heaven, enemies defeated by the hand of God Himself. And yet, their hearts grew hard. They murmured. They rebelled. They delayed their obedience. What should have been an 11-day journey stretched into 40 years of wandering, not because God's power failed, but because their hearts failed to trust Him. Do not repeat their mistake. You were not meant to wander. You were not designed to circle the same mountains of shame, fear, or compromise. You were created to enter the promised land of purpose, but entering requires a surrendered heart. Chosen one. Rebellion is costly. It dulls your vision. It numbs your spirit. It steals your sensitivity to the voice of God. And once sensitivity is lost, even miracles cannot move you. That is why this warning is so urgent. Protect the softness of your heart. Do not let the cares of the world, the pull of temptation, or the weight of delay harden it. Do you realize how close you are? You are standing on the edge of a cliff, one step away from either falling or flying. Heaven is urging you towards surrender, because only surrender leads to flight. The enemy will whisper, "You have time. You can obey later." But that whisper is a lie. Later is not promised. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The only moment you truly have is now. The good news is this: conviction is not condemnation. Conviction is proof that the Spirit of God is still tugging at your heart. If you feel the weight of these words, it is not too late. If you feel the stirring within, heaven is still calling you home. The door is still open. The mercy of God is still extended, but the urgency is real. Beloved, you are not being warned because you are abandoned. You are being warned because you are loved. A parent does not warn a stranger's child, but they will cry out urgently if their own child is near danger. You are God's child. That is why He warns you now. Do not rebel. Do not delay. Do not harden your heart. You are one, yes, away from clarity. You are one surrender away from seeing the path unfold. You are one step away from chains breaking and vision sharpening. Do not let rebellion rob you of what has been reserved for you. Chosen one, hear this truth. Mercy is still extended, but mercy does not wait forever. This is your moment to choose life, to choose obedience, to choose surrender. Heaven is pulling you closer, whispering your name, urging you forward. Do not hesitate. Do not drift. Do not rebel, for your destiny is too valuable, your calling too weighty, your crown too costly to lose. Chosen one, step with me into a higher vision. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the throne room of heaven. There is no confusion there, no panics, no uncertainty. Every sound, every movement, every being is aligned in perfect order under the authority of God. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is random. And within that divine counsel, strategies for nations, destinies, and generations are unfolded. Do you realize, beloved, that your life has been part of that strategy? You are not living on the earth by accident. Your birth was written into the blueprint of heaven before time began. You were set aside as part of a larger plan, a plan to release light, to confront darkness, to shift the atmosphere of your generation. The battles you faced were not isolated skirmishes, they were part of a greater war. And your survival was not just for your own sake. You are being positioned as a torchbearer, one who carries fire into places where the coldness of despair has frozen hearts. As was proclaimed in the second letter to Timothy, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 21, those who cleanse themselves from the latter will be instruments for special purposes, made holy, useful to the master, and prepared to do any good work. The strategy of heaven is not always revealed at once. Often, it comes in whispers, in steps, in seasons. You may not yet see the fullness of the map. But trust this, heaven wastes nothing. Every moment of your life, the victories and the failures, the joys and the heartbreaks have been folded into the plan. Nothing is outside his use. Think of Moses, raised in Pharaoh's palace, then exiled in the wilderness. To human eyes, his story looked broken, scattered, confused, but heaven was weaving strategy. His years in Egypt taught him leadership. His years in the desert taught him humility. When the time came to deliver Israel, both were needed. Without either part, he would not have been ready. Chosen one. Your life has been the same. The places you thought were detours were training grounds. The moments you thought were wasted were shaping you. The seasons you thought were meaningless were crafting in you the very qualities needed for your assignment. Heaven's strategy has been at work the whole time. And now, you are being positioned. Like a torch placed into the hands of a runner, your calling is meant to carry fire forward. You are not the end of the story. You are a continuation. Generations before you prayed, believed, and carried the flame. Now it has been entrusted to you, and what you do with it will determine how far it spreads to the generations after you. Do not underestimate your role. Heaven does not. You are not a pawn in this battle. You are a warrior carefully placed in position. Every prayer you whisper, every act of obedience you choose, every step you take in alignment with God's will, all of it shifts the atmosphere. Chosen one. The strategy of heaven often looks foolish to the eyes of men. When Joshua marched around Jericho, people may have laughed. Yet walls crumbled at the sound of obedience. When Gideon faced an army with only 300 men, it seemed like defeat was certain. Yet heaven's strategy turned weakness into victory. In the same way, your life may not look powerful to others. You may feel small, hidden, even insignificant at times. But heaven knows the authority you carry. Darkness knows the authority you carry. And soon, the world will know as well. Your role as a torchbearer is not just to hold fire, but to pass it on. Fire does not diminish when shared, it multiplies. The more you release, the more heaven entrusts to you. This is why the enemy has tried to silence you, tried to smother you, tried to convince you that you have nothing to give. Because if your torch is hidden, those around you remain in darkness. But if your torch is lifted, countless others will find their way. Chosen one. Heaven's strategy is clear. You are not meant to walk in circles. You are meant to lead forward. You are not meant to extinguish. You are meant to ignite. You are not meant to shrink. You are meant to shine. Even now, heaven's eyes are on you. Not with condemnation, but with confidence. The master trusts his instrument. The commander trusts his soldier. The king trusts his torchbearer. So carry the fire with courage. Stand in your place with confidence. Know that you are woven into the great design of heaven, and nothing can erase your part in the story. Chosen one. There is a mystery you must understand about obedience. Heaven does not measure obedience the way men measure success. To men, obedience looks small: one step, one word, one yes. But in heaven, that single yes is like the striking of a match in the darkness. The moment it sparks, it ignites a chain reaction that no force of darkness can stop. Your yes shifts atmospheres. When you obey, things move in the unseen world. Angels are dispatched. Chains begin to loosen. Enemies who once stood strong begin to tremble. The ripple of your obedience travels further than you can see, reaching into places you will never step with your feet. Think of Abraham. God asked him to leave his homeland, everything familiar, without showing him the destination. Abraham's yes created a covenant that birthed nations. One act of obedience reshaped history. Think of Peter stepping out of the boat onto the waves. His yes became the miracle that still speaks today. Chosen one. Your yes matters more than you know. It may not make sense now. You may not see the full picture. But every time you obey, heaven responds. The prophet Elijah spoke, as recorded in the first book of Kings. 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 21. How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. If Baal, follow him. Perhaps you have been waiting for confirmation, waiting for a sign, waiting for things to feel easier. But heaven is saying, your yes is the key. Do not wait for the storm to calm. Your yes calms the storm. Do not wait for the path to be clear. Your yes opens the path. Do not wait for courage to come. Your yes births courage. Chosen one. Your obedience may feel small, but it is not insignificant. The enemy trembles at every whisper of surrender from your lips, because he knows one yes can undo years of his schemes. That is why he fights your obedience so fiercely. He will distract you, delay you, fill your mind with doubt, all to keep you from saying yes. But hear this, even now, heaven is leaning toward you. The Spirit of God is stirring in your heart, urging you to respond. You are not being asked to do everything at once. You are being asked to take one step, and in that step, atmospheres will shift. Beloved, imagine a key turning in a lock. The door has been closed for so long that you almost forgot what was on the other side. But your yes is the key. The moment it turns, the door opens, and what you have been waiting for is released. Do not underestimate the authority you carry when you obey. You are not powerless. You are not voiceless. You are not insignificant. Your yes shakes the unseen realm. This is why I ask you, with sincerity, to break hesitation. Now, declare it openly. In the comments, type this short and simple phrase, I choose him. When you type it, you are not just writing words, you are making a prophetic declaration. You are saying to heaven, I align with you. You are saying to the earth, I stand for God. You are saying to the enemy, I will not waver. This act may seem small, but it is a living echo of Elijah's challenge. If the Lord is God, follow him. And as you type those words, imagine what happens in the spirit. Chain loosen. Fear loses its grip. Confusion breaks. Angels rejoice. Heaven records your yes, not as empty letters on a screen, but as a declaration etched into eternity. Chosen one, this is your moment. Do not think it is coincidence that you are hearing this now. Heaven arranged it. Your spirit knows it. This is the moment where hesitation ends and obedience begins. Let your yes rise. Let it echo. Let it shift the atmosphere around you. You may not see it with your eyes, but you will feel it in your spirit. Peace will come. Clarity will break in. Hope will rise again. And from this moment forward, every yes you give will carry even greater weight, because it builds upon the foundation you are laying right now. The more you say yes, the more heaven can entrust to you. The more you obey, the more authority you walk in. So, chosen one, step boldly. Do not waver. Do not delay. Lift your voice. Lift your heart and declare it. Say it with faith. Type it with boldness. I choose him. Your yes will shift the atmosphere. Your yes will unlock destiny. Your yes will shake the powers of darkness. And your yes will echo in eternity. Chosen one, pause for a moment and think back on what you have already endured. Every wound you carried, every trial that tested you, every storm that tried to break you, it was not wasted, though you may not have seen it in the moment. Each battle carved into your spirit a strength that cannot be manufactured by comfort. The very things that nearly crushed you became the weights that built your endurance. This endurance is your crown, not made of gold or jewels, but forged in fire, polished by tears, and sealed by faith. You wear it not because life was easy, but because you did not give up when life was hard. Chosen one, think of the marathon runner. The race is long, the road brutal, the muscles screaming to stop. Yet every step carries them closer to the finish. They do not wear their medal because they were the fastest, but because they endured until the end. In the same way, your crown is not because you never stumbled, but because you kept rising. As the apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 25, everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They seek a crown that will not last. Do you see it now? The crown is not temporary. It is not fading. It is eternal. What you carry on your head is unseen by men, but in heaven it gleams brighter than any earthly prize. You are a victor in the unseen battles, and heaven honors your endurance with glory. The truth is, every scar on your soul is evidence of survival. Every tear is oil that anoints your future. Every sleepless night has become the thread woven into your robe of victory. You may have felt weak, but weakness was not your end. It became the canvas where God painted his strength. Chosen one, sometimes the hardest part is not the battle itself, but the silence afterward. When the war quiets and you are left with nothing but exhaustion, you wonder if it was worth it. But hear this, heaven counts every moment of your endurance. Not one act of faith went unnoticed. Not one prayer was ignored. Not one struggle was forgotten. You are crowned because you stayed. You are crowned because you endured. You are crowned because you did not let the storms steal your faith. Now let me speak plainly. Your story, your journey, your crown is not just for you. It is a testimony for others. Like a torch lifted high in the dark, it lights the path for those still walking through shadows. When you share this word, you extend the light of endurance to another soul. When you like, you affirm its truth. When you subscribe, you step into a circle of those who choose to walk, crowned and unshaken. Think of it as planting a tree. You may never sit under its shade, but generations after, you will. Your small act, clicking, share, pressing subscribe seems tiny now. But like a seed, it will grow into a forest of hope for those who need it. Or imagine tossing a pebble into still water. The splash is small, but the ripples travel outward, touching places you will never reach with your hands. That is what happens when you pass this flame forward. The ripple of endurance you carry can become the encouragement that saves another from giving up. Chosen one, I do not ask this lightly. I ask with sincerity. Let your crown of endurance become a testimony. Let others see the strength you carry, not just for yourself, but for them. Click like, not as a routine, but as a statement that you are still standing. Share not out of habit, but as an act of passing light forward. Subscribe not for me, but to keep walking together in this flow of anointing, where chosen ones like you are reminded of their destiny. Your life is not a solitary flame, it is part of a constellation. When joined with others, the light grows stronger, brighter, undeniable. That is what this community becomes, a constellation of endurance, a sky filled with those who refuse to be broken. So wear your crown proudly, even if the world cannot see it. Heaven sees it. Angels recognize it. Demons tremble at it. And when others look into your eyes, they will feel the strength of someone who endured, someone who carries eternal weight, someone who shines with glory, not their own, but given by God. This is who you are. This is what you carry. And this is why your endurance matters not only for yourself, but for everyone your light will touch. Lift your head. Chosen one, adjust your crown. Walk with dignity. You have been tested, and you have not been found lacking. Your crown of endurance is proof you are unstoppable. Chosen one, in a world filled with uncertainty, fear, and relentless attack, you must never forget the shield that surrounds you. Your life has not been preserved by luck or coincidence. The dangers that missed you, the battles you survived, the threats that never reached your doorstep, these were not chance. They were evidence of divine protection. So many times, you could have been destroyed. The accident that almost happened, the sickness that should have taken you, the betrayal that should have broken you, the depression that should have drowned you. Yet here you stand, not because you are strong in yourself, but because a hand unseen has been fighting for you. This protection is not fragile, not temporary, not conditional upon your perfection. It is rooted in the eternal promise of God over His children. The covering over your life is not just a shield against harm, it is a declaration of ownership. You are marked. You are sealed. You are guarded. The Word of God declares in the book of Psalms, Psalms chapter 91, verse 11, "For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." This is not poetry for comfort, it is a spiritual reality. You are not walking through life alone. Armies of heaven are assigned to you. Angels move at God's command to shield you from what you cannot see. They have blocked attacks that would have crushed you. They have lifted you when you stumbled. They have stood watch over your nights when you thought no one cared. Chosen one, Understand this: no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Weapons will be formed. Yes. Arrows will be aimed. Yes. Enemies will rise. Yes. But none of them will succeed. Because your life is not in their hands. Your life is hidden in God. This is why the enemy's plans against you have consistently failed. He tried to break you, but you bent and did not snap. He tried to drown you, but you floated back to the surface. He tried to silence you, but your voice still rises. He tried to trap you, but somehow the way was made clear. Why? Because you are covered. Beloved, protection is not the absence of battle, it is the assurance of survival. You will face storms, but you will not be consumed. You will walk through valleys, but you will not be abandoned. You will encounter fire, but you will not be burned. This is the promise that carries you. Think of Daniel in the lion's den. The lions were real. Their hunger, undeniable. Yet not a single tooth touched him. Why? Because heaven had commanded, "Do not touch my chosen." Think of the 3 Hebrew men in the furnace. Flames raged. But when the smoke cleared, not even the smell of fire clung to them. Why? Because heaven had declared, "They are mine." No, chosen one. That same covering is upon you. This is why you should not fear. Fear magnifies the weapon, but faith magnifies the shield. Fear imagines defeat, but faith sees victory before it arrives. When you understand the depth of God's protection, peace settles over your heart, even in the fiercest battles. There are things you will never know, this side of eternity: accidents diverted, dangers avoided, traps dismantled, because heaven fought for you silently. And one day, when you stand in glory, you will see just how many times God's hand intervened. Until then, trust that His shield remains over you. Chosen one, your assignment is too important for you to be destroyed prematurely. Your calling is too weighty for your life to end in defeat. The same God who preserved you yesterday will protect you tomorrow. The same hand that blocked destruction before will block it again. So walk boldly, not recklessly, but confidently. Knowing you are covered, speak with courage, act with faith, live with assurance. For nothing can separate you from the protection of your Father. Let this truth sink deeply. You are guarded in all your ways. No scheme of hell, no curse of man, no plot in darkness can prevail against the shield of heaven around you. Chosen one. When the storm rages, remember you are not alone. When the fire burns, remember there is another in the flames. When the shadows stretch long, remember the light of heaven surrounds you. Your life is not fragile, it is fortified. Your destiny is not vulnerable, it is sealed. Your steps are not random, they are guarded. So rest. Beloved, rest not in the absence of battle, but in the certainty of protection. Rest in the knowledge that angels are at your side. Rest in the truth that the God who called you will also shield you. And let that rest give you courage. For you are not merely surviving, you are advancing under the covering of heaven. You are a chosen one, protected, preserved, unstoppable, chosen one. There comes a moment when you cannot only hear the word, you must act upon it. Heaven does not release revelation simply to inspire. It releases revelation to activate. This is one of those moments. The stirring you feel inside, the burning that rises, When truth is spoken, that is heaven inviting you into alignment. Activation always requires a response. Think of the woman who pressed through the crowd to touch the hem of Jesus' garment. The power was there, but it was her action that drew it out. Think of the blind man who cried out, "Son of David, have mercy on me." The miracle was near, but his cry activated it. Think of Peter stepping onto the waves. The word was spoken, but his step made it reality. Chosen one, heaven is waiting for your response. Not tomorrow, not later, now. According to what is revealed in the book of Proverbs, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding." This is the call, trust. To trust is not passive, it is active, surrender. It means moving when He says, move. Even when you do not see the whole path. It means letting go of the urge to calculate, control, or demand clarity. Trust is action clothed in faith. And here is the prophetic act for this moment. Comment the number 444. Why this number? Because 4 in Scripture often represents stability, foundation, the corners of the earth, the completeness of creation's design. The repetition of 444 amplifies the meaning. God is establishing you firmly, grounding you securely, and marking you as unshakable. You are being set upon a foundation that cannot be moved by storms. When you type 444, you are declaring, "I trust the foundation of God's plan. I will not lean on my own understanding. I choose to stand firm on His word." This is not just numbers, it is alignment. It is agreement. It is your heart, your spirit, your destiny locking into heaven's blueprint. Chosen one. For too long, you have wondered, when will the ground beneath me stop shifting? When will I feel steady again? This is your answer. You are being rooted, established, stabilized by the hand of God. The chaos around you does not dictate the firmness within you. The winds may blow, the storms may rage, but you will not be moved, because your foundation is divine. Think of a tree planted by streams of water. Its leaves stay green, even in drought. Its roots go deep, even when the surface is dry. That is who you are becoming. The number 444 is your reminder. You are planted, rooted, unshakable. So, when you comment 444, do not see it as just pressing keys on a screen. See it as driving stakes deep into the ground of your destiny, declaring, "Here I stand, and I will not be moved." Each 4 is like a hammer strike, anchoring you deeper into trust, stability, and divine alignment. Beloved, heaven is serious about foundations. A house may look beautiful, but if the foundation is weak, it will collapse. God loves you too much to let your destiny collapse. That is why He has been strengthening you in hidden seasons, stabilizing your spirit through trials, and now calling you to declare your stability in Him. Do not despise this act. Do not dismiss it as simple. Prophetic actions may look small, but they carry weight in the unseen realm. Remember Naaman dipping 7 times in the Jordan. To the natural eye, it seemed foolish, but obedience to a prophetic act released his healing. In the same way, your simple obedience now, commenting 444, is not small. It is heaven's key to unlock stability, and release peace. Chosen one, this is your time to be established. You are not drifting. You are not crumbling. You are not swaying with every storm. You are rooted. You are anchored. You are planted in the unshakable love of God. So let your fingers type what your spirit already knows. 444. And as you do, feel the shift inside. Feel the ground steady beneath you. Feel the peace of trust replacing the weight of worry. This is prophetic activation. This is alignment. This is your moment to declare, I am planted. I am grounded. I am unshakable. Chosen one. There is a garment heaven has been weaving for you in silence. And now it is time for you to wear it. It is not made of earthly fabric, nor stitched with human hands. This garment is called a mantle, and it carries weight, authority, and glory. When heaven places it upon your shoulders, you are no longer seen only as you, but as the vessel of divine purpose moving through the earth. The mantle is not merely symbolic, it is spiritual. Think of Elijah's mantle. It was not just a cloak of cloth, it represented the prophetic authority God had placed upon him. When Elijah was taken up, that mantle fell on Elisha. And immediately Elisha walked in a double portion of anointing. The mantle carries continuity, but it also carries increase. Chosen one. The battles you have endured were not only for survival, they were for preparation. Heaven was not only testing your endurance, it was tailoring your mantle. Every hardship, every tear, every silent night was a thread in the garment. Every lesson you learned in pain became a stitch of authority. What once felt like ashes is now woven into glory, as Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of Luke. Luke chapter 4, verse 18. The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free. This scripture is more than a testimony of Jesus. It is the description of the mantle he wore and now passes to his chosen ones. The Spirit of the Lord rests upon you. The authority of heaven is entrusted to you. The garment of glory is placed on your shoulders. You are not stepping into borrowed authority. You are stepping into your inheritance. Do not underestimate what this mantle represents. It is not a title. It is not recognition by people. It is heaven's seal of empowerment. It means you will walk into places where chains must break. You will speak words that pierce the heart. You will carry presence that shifts the atmosphere. The mantle does not magnify you. It magnifies the one who sent you. Chosen one. The mantle is heavy because glory is weighty. It requires humility to carry it. That is why your life was refined in fire before the mantle could rest on you. Pride would have corrupted it. Fear would have hidden it. Immaturity would have mishandled it. But now, through trials and tears, you are ready. You can bear the weight without collapsing. Think of Joseph again. The coat his father gave him was torn away by jealous brothers, but the mantle of governance placed on him by heaven could not be stolen. What man tried to strip away, God restored in greater measure. In the same way, no betrayal, no loss, no rejection can remove the mantle heaven has reserved for you. Chosen one. When you wear this mantle, you will walk differently. You will speak differently. You will even think differently. The mantle transforms not only how others see you, but how you see yourself. You are no longer a wanderer. You are a carrier of glory. You are no longer overlooked. You are commissioned. You are no longer hidden. You are revealed for divine purpose. But remember this, the mantle is not about being exalted, it is about being poured out. Glory does not rest on you for self-gain, but for service. The garment you wear is meant to clothe the naked, lift the broken, heal the wounded, and free the captive. You carry what the world desperately needs, and heaven trusts you enough to release it through your life. Beloved, do not be afraid of this mantle. Do not shrink back from its weight. Yes, it will cost you. Yes, it will require sacrifice. But the same Spirit who places it upon you also strengthens you to carry it. The mantle is not a burden to crush you, it is a fire to empower you. Chosen one, you are stepping into your season of authority. You are walking into your hour of influence, not for your glory, but for His. The Spirit of the Lord is upon you. The mantle of glory rests on you, and no one, no circumstance, no darkness can take it away. So stand tall. Beloved, wear your garment with humility, but also with boldness. Do not apologize for the authority God has given you. Do not hide the light of His glory resting on you. Lift your head, for you are mantled for this generation. You are a torchbearer, clothed in fire, a vessel wrapped in authority, a chosen one, crowned not only with endurance, but now cloaked in glory. Chosen one, there is something sacred about your wounds. You may have seen them as proof of weakness, as evidence of failure, as reminders of what was broken. Yet in the eyes of heaven, every wound is transformed into oil. Every scar becomes a vessel of anointing. What you once thought disqualified you has been preparing you for power. The path of the chosen is not smooth. It is marked by trials, betrayals, misunderstandings, and battles that others never had to face. You were entrusted with pain not to destroy you, but to refine you. Pain stripped away illusions. Pain forced you into dependence on God. Pain broke the false strength of your flesh so that the true strength of His Spirit could rise in you. Chosen one, think of Jacob wrestling through the night. He was left with a limp, but also with a blessing. The limp was not shame, it was a mark of encounter. It told the world, I have seen God and I survived. In the same way, your wounds are not shameful, they are holy. They declare that you wrestled, you endured, and you still stand. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms. Psalms chapter 30, verse 5. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. This is not just comfort, it is a promise. Your nights of weeping were real. Heaven does not dismiss your tears, but morning is also real. Joy is on its way. The wounds of night are becoming the oil of dawn. Beloved, every trial that bruised you has left behind a deeper compassion. You feel what others feel. You see pain in eyes that others overlook. You recognize brokenness in voices that pretend to be strong. This is your gift. You carry healing because you have known what it is to be wounded. Pain has become your teacher. It has taught you to listen with your heart, not just your ears. It has taught you to pray with sincerity, not just with words. It has taught you to depend on God, not because you had no other choice, but because you discovered He was the only choice that sustained you. Chosen one, your wounds are producing oil. Oil flows where pressure has been applied. Olive oil only comes when olives are crushed. In the same way, the crushing of your heart has released a fragrance that fills the atmosphere. What once felt like breaking was actually producing anointing. Do not despise the crushing. Do not curse the fire. Do not regret the wilderness. For all of it is turning pain into power. The rejection you faced has become your authority to embrace others. The battles you fought have become your authority to intercede for others. The losses you endured have become your authority to declare restoration over others. Beloved, this is why you had to endure more than most. It was not because you were weak, it was because you were strong enough to be trusted with fire. Not everyone can carry oil. Oil is costly. Oil demands crushing. Oil demande surrender. Heaven trusted you with the process because heaven destined you for the anointing. Now, when you speak, it is not just words. It is oil dripping from your scars. When you pray, it is not just sound, it is fragrance rising from your brokenness. When you walk into a room, you carry the weight of someone who has survived fire and turned it into glory. Chosen one, even your tears were sacred. They watered the ground where your future is sprouting. What you lost in sorrow will return in joy. What was taken from you in one season will be restored in the next. Heaven does not let pain have the final word. Glory does. Remember this, Jesus himself showed his scars after resurrection. He did not hide them. He stretched out his hands and revealed the wounds as proof that death had not won. If even the Son of God carried scars into glory, then your scars are not shame. They are testimony. They are proof of survival. They are the evidence of victory. Chosen one, let your wounds speak. Let them tell the world that pain is not the end. Let them testify that sorrow is not eternal. Let them shine as proof that God can turn ashes into beauty, mourning into dancing, despair into praise. You are not marked by defeat. You are marked by oil, and that oil will flow from you to heal, to restore, to strengthen, to awaken others who are still trapped in their own pain. This is your calling, to turn pain into power, to let your scars become songs, to let your wounds become wells of living water, to carry the fragrance of someone who was crushed but not destroyed. Chosen one, lift your head. The night is over. The morning has come. Your tears are being transformed into oil, your wounds into weapons, your scars into crowns. Chosen one, the air is heavy right now, not with fear, but with holy urgency. You are standing at the edge of a confrontation that is not just about you. This is the moment when heaven's purposes collide with the schemes of darkness. You are being summoned to stand, not as a spectator, but as a warrior clothed in light. Every chosen one comes to a point where hiding is no longer possible. The fire inside cannot be silenced, and the crown waiting cannot be delayed. You are at that moment now. This is the final confrontation, the place where compromise dies and boldness is born. The ancient words of Paul thunder through time in the book of Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 13. Therefore put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may stand. Chosen one, think of a tree planted by deep roots. Storms may thrash its branches. Lightning may split the skies above. Yet the tree does not uproot. Why? Because its roots go deep. You are that tree. The storms you have endured were not proof of weakness, they were proof of depth. Now, in this confrontation, you will not be moved. Or imagine a torch lifted high on a battlefield at night. Soldiers scattered in fear, see the flame and rally again. That is you. Your light is not just for yourself, it is a signal for others. Your stand gives courage to those who are weary. Your voice gives strength to those who are wavering. Your presence breaks the illusion that darkness is winning. But remember this, your crown is not earned in silence. It is revealed in testimony. What you carry is not meant to be hidden away but shared. When you share this word, when you like, when you subscribe, it is not an empty act, it is a proclamation. It is as if you are saying, I will not let this fire stop with me. No, think of it like a torch relay. A runner carries the flame for as long as they can. But the purpose of the flame is to be passed on. If it stays with one, it dies with one. But when it is shared, it spreads. When you share this message, you are not just clicking a button, you are passing fire. Someone else, weary in their fight, will see the flame and rise again. Even a simple comment is not small. Imagine a wall of stones, alone. One stone may look ordinary, but when joined together, stone by stone, they become a fortress. Your comment is a stone in this wall of chosen ones, building strength, building unity, building testimony. So I ask you sincerely, leave your mark. Say something that declares, I stand. Iendure. I believe. Your words, though typed on a screen, echo in eternity. Chosen one. Let me speak to your heart directly. The world around you is full of voices. Some tell you to quit. Some tell you you're not enough. Some laugh at your faith. But when you align yourself here by listening, by sharing, by planting your voice among others, you are reminding yourself that you are not alone. You are part of an army rising, crowned and unshaken. Your crown is not only for you, it is a banner. It tells the world, I endured, and I am still here. That testimony breaks chains. That testimony silences lies. That testimony is fire on the battlefield. So I invite you, not with pressure, but with sincerity, let this message go further. Let it travel beyond your screen into the heart of someone who desperately needs it. Like this word as a sign that it burned within you. Share it as a flame for someone else. Subscribe so that you stay connected to the flow of these reminders, because the crown is not a one-time gift. It is a continual call to stand. You are not just a listener. You are a torchbearer. You are not just a receiver. You are a multiplier. Every action you take, every word you declare, every step you choose, it all expands the light. Chosen one. The confrontation is real, but so is your crown. Lift your head. Stand your ground. Wear your mantle. Raise your flame. And let the world see that heaven has crowned you with endurance and clothed you with glory. The battle may rage, but you will not break. The confrontation may press, but you will not fall. You are chosen, and this is your moment to shine. Chosen one. Every story has chapters that must close before the next can unfold. There are doors in your past that heaven is now sealing shut, not to punish you, but to protect you. The wandering, the cycles, the shame, the confusion, all of it is being locked away. God is declaring over your life, this is finished. This is not who you are anymore. You are sealed for this hour. Len, sealing is a sacred act. In ancient times, when a king placed his seal on a document, it could not be altered. No man, no enemy, no circumstance could break that seal unless given permission. In the same way, heaven has placed its seal upon your destiny. The mistakes of yesterday cannot erase it. The voices of others cannot undo it. The accusations of the enemy cannot touch it. The ancient words recorded in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 22, He set His seal of ownership on us and put His Spirit in our hearts as a deposit, chosen one. This is your assurance. You are not drifting through life unmarked. You carry the seal of ownership. Heaven has claimed you, marked you, and set you apart. The Spirit within you is not temporary. It is the eternal guarantee of what is to come. The enemy may try to remind you of who you once were. He may whisper that your past disqualifies you. He may parade memories of failure before your eyes. But his words are powerless against the seal of God. Once the seal is placed, no accusation can remove it. You are not defined by who you were. You are secured in who you are now. Chosen one. The sealing also closes the door on counterfeit identities. No longer will you wear labels placed by others. No longer will you live under the weight of names not given by heaven. The seal declares who you belong to and who you are. You are not abandoned. You are adopted. You are not forsaken. You are favored. You are not lost. You are found. This sealing is also a commissioning. It is heaven's way of saying, you are ready. You have been prepared. Now, you will walk in the fullness of the calling upon your life. The time of hesitation is over. The period of questioning is behind you. The door to your past is locked, and a new path stretches before you, bathed in light. Think of Esther. She was an orphan, raised in obscurity, yet sealed by divine purpose for a time such as hers. The moment came when her past no longer defined her. She was crowned, positioned, and released into destiny. In the same way, heaven has sealed you for this hour. You were born for now, beloved. Sealing does not mean the absence of struggle, but it does mean the certainty of outcome. The fight may rage, but the victory is guaranteed. The enemy may roar, but the seal stands unmoved. You may walk through valleys, but the Spirit within assures you that the mountaintop is ahead. Chosen one, feel the peace that comes with this truth. You do not have to strive to prove yourself. You do not have to wrestle to keep your place. The seal of heaven is not earned, it is given. It is not fragile, it is eternal. And it is not breakable, it is absolute. Lift your eyes. The door behind you is closed. The chains of yesterday have fallen. The shame of the past has no voice. You are sealed, secured, established, and sent. This is your hour. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but now. Walk in confidence, not arrogance. For this seal is not about pride, but about purpose. You are marked not to boast, but to shine. You are sealed not to separate yourself from others, but to serve them. You are chosen not to hide, but to release light into a world still stumbling in darkness. Beloved, rest in this truth. You are not who you were. You are who heaven says you are. The seal declares it. The Spirit confirms it. The future awaits it. Chosen one. Step boldly. The seal of heaven is on your life, and nothing, no man, no mistake, no darkness can undo what God has sealed. Chosen one. This is the moment of release. Heaven has spoken. The fire has been kindled, and the mantle rests upon your shoulders. You are no longer in hiding. You are no longer wandering between questions and answers. You are sent, crowned, and unshakable. Release is not simply the end of waiting, it is the beginning of walking. It is when the preparation of years becomes the action of today. All the tears, the crushing, the refining, the silence, they were not wasted. They were chapters that prepared you for this page. Now, heaven turns the scroll, and your commissioning is written in bold. Beloved, when God releases someone, it is never only for their own sake, it is always for the sake of others. Moses was released not just to escape Egypt, but to lead a people out. David was released not just to slay giants, but to establish a kingdom. Esther was released not just to be crowned, but to preserve her nation. You, too, are being released, not for isolation, but for impact. As the Spirit spoke through the prophet Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1, Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Do you hear the weight of that command? Arise. Do not remain bowed down in shame. Do not remain silent under fear. Do not remain hidden in shadows. Shine. Do not shrink your flame. Do not dim your glory. Do not apologize for the light within you. Your light has come, not will come. Not someday in the distance, it has come now. And the glory of the Lord rises upon you like the dawn breaking after the longest night. Chosen one. This release is not about perfection. You will still face storms. You will still meet resistance. But release means you now walk with authority, with clarity, with the unshakable assurance that heaven backs you. You are released to speak, and words of life will flow. You are released to move, and paths will open before you. You are released to build, and what you create will endure. Think of an arrow. For a time, it rests in the archer's hand, still, silent, waiting. But the silence is not waste, it is alignment. The bow is drawn, the string pulled back, the tension increased. And then, in one swift release, the arrow soars farther than it could ever have traveled on its own. That is you. The tension of your waiting was not cruelty, it was alignment. And now heaven has released you. You will soar farther than you imagined. Chosen one. When heaven commissions, it also equips. You are not being sent empty-handed. You are clothed in authority, sealed with the Spirit, armed with the Word, and surrounded by angelic hosts. You are never alone. You step forward, not with trembling fear, but with the weight of heaven at your back. Beloved, release also means responsibility. The mantle on your shoulders is not for display, it is for service. The crown on your head is not for pride, it is for leadership. The fire in your heart is not for comfort, it is for war. You are sent not just to carry the glory, but to pour it out. To speak freedom to the captive, to proclaim hope to the weary, to carry light into the deepest darkness. This is why your battles were fierce, because your assignment is weighty. This is why the enemy fought so hard, because your release carries consequences for his kingdom. But he has lost. His chains are broken. His grip is loosened. His lies are silenced. You are free. And you are sent. Chosen one. See yourself as heaven sees you. No longer bound, but commissioned. No longer hidden, but revealed. No longer trembling, but standing. No longer questioning, but declaring. You are the proof that God still raises up voices in the earth, still crowns the broken, still sends the willing. So arise, shine, step forward into the destiny that was written for you before time began. Walk as one who is unshakable, unstoppable, undeniable. The seal is on you. The mantle rests on you. The fire burns within you. Heaven has released you. This is the moment where your story becomes a testimony, your pain becomes power, and your journey becomes a legacy. You are God's chosen one, crowned, sealed, and sent. Chosen one. We have walked together through fire and water, through silence and storms, through crowns and mantles. Every word you have heard was not by chance. It was heaven's way of reminding you of who you truly are. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are chosen, sealed, crowned, and released. But this is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning. The words spoken over you are not meant to fade when the video ends. They are seeds meant to grow in your heart, day after day. And like every seed, they need to be nurtured. One of the ways you nurture them is by staying connected to the flow of encouragement and truth. This is why I ask you, gently but sincerely, if this word has touched you, do not keep it locked within yourself. Click like as a way of saying, yes, this resonates with me. Share it as a flame passed forward to someone else who might be stumbling in darkness. Subscribe so you will not miss the continued outpouring of words designed to strengthen and awaken you. And I ask one more thing, small but powerful. Leave a comment below. Do not overthink it. Write something as simple as, I receive this, or I stand. Your words matter. They are not just text on a screen, they are a public declaration, a living echo that heaven records and others can draw courage from. Chosen one. Your story is not small. Your voice is not weak. Your light is not dim. Together, we form a constellation of chosen ones across the earth, each star shining, each flame burning, each testimony rising. So, lift your head, let your voice be heard, and walk boldly into your destiny. You are chosen, you are crowned, you are unstoppable.